I'll tell you what, they got the sound system turned up to 11 here inside Coleman. We are underway. And it'll be the Wildcats in visiting blue with the first possession. Both of these teams deep have used a lot of players, but both of them have dealt with a lot of injuries. Colin Chandler, that's his 25th made three of the season. He leads Kentucky in that category. Generally, as a team, Alabama shoots many more threes and makes them at a higher rate than the Wildcats do. Strong drive and a finish for a very impressive-looking freshman, Pylon. Puts the brakes on, finds Allen. Here's a three, and it goes.
Allen was a little late getting there.
What a dynamic combination in the backcourt with Pylon and Holloway as Aiden Holloway lays it in.
No question. And with Jalen Lowe healthy now, turnover for Alabama.
Oweh the foul and count the basket.
And that's exactly the kind of turnover that Nate Oates was talking to his team yesterday. It's one thing to throw the ball out of bounds, but that's just a weak pass that was made out of bounds to LeBaron Pylon. And Kentucky's offense runs better with Lowe on the floor. He's been out with that shoulder. Good screen.
Houston Millett hits for three.
So many shooters that can spread out this Kentucky defense, especially against these two bigs. They have to guard out on the perimeter, communicate, and it's really tough for them to switch.
At any point, Alabama can go off for 15 or more threes as Kentucky gets back within two. If you're trying to defend Alabama's threes, how do you do that?
Well, first you have to stop penetration like this because that's kicked out for a three.
Reitzel short. What a rebound by Allen. Back to Reitzel, and what a block by Garrison. Shot clock never reset. Inside 10. Holloway. Count it.
That's just beautiful action. You come out of the game where you don't take an open shot. If you pass up an open shot, you're coming out.
Jalen Lowe, again, he's a lefty. It's that right shoulder he's got wrapped up. It's something he'll have to deal with all season long. A beautiful find into Jaden Quaintance.
And in traffic. Boy, Jaden Quaintance is huge.
Projected as a lottery pick. He went over to help, got up in the air, and Millett with good patience to lay it in. Leans in, lays it off. Jemison has it blocked. Garrison got a piece of it, and it's a shot clock violation.
And perhaps it is, but this is still a legit lead.
Mo Diabate, again, will get booed every time he touches the ball. Transferred from Alabama. Was a huge part of this program the last 2 years.
Got to bring that double quicker. He's going to try to get back to that left hand at every opportunity.
And at this end of the floor, he is a sensational defender. He's on Amari Allen right now. Cam Williams switches on to Allen. Reitzel with a shot fake, a drive, and a floater. That was beautiful.
You drive it into the paint, that collapses the defense, and then Allen kicks it out, and then all of a sudden you're attacking a closeout. This is a really difficult Alabama team to guard.
And Reitzel not putting up quite the numbers that Pylon and Holloway are, not shooting it great, but he could be a very potent offensive player as well. Boy, having Jalen Lowe out there just changes their look at the offensive end.
Well, it gives you a legit handler passer.
Bristow the kick. Reitzel's open. Buries it. 1 year at Auburn.
Jets. He can get by you.
Like that. Somehow found Sherrell. Millett for three. Got another one. And Alabama's got a double-digit lead.
Well, you're trying to keep Sherrell from getting a layup, and you wind up giving up an open three. That's Alabama basketball right there.
Biggest lead of the game for the Tide. Quaintance the ball screen to try to free up Lowe. Shot clock at 6. Lowe into the paint, blocked from behind. And Sherrell came down with it briefly, but it's out of bounds to Kentucky. The lob, Sherrell, it goes and one.
Alabama runs a lot of this action, a middle pick and roll. Middle for Aiden Sherrell. You help off what Jaden Quaintance did on the drive, and that opens up the lob.
Able to find open shots. They said ours is just a bit more stagnant standing around. Try and get that pace up.
Lowe using a ball screen and knocks down a much-needed three. London Jemison knocks down a three. The 6th of the game for the tie. A transfer from Tarleton State. Love, little push shot will go, and he is doing everything he can to keep the Cats in it. Holloway steps behind the screen and hits a three. 7 for 17.
Now watch Chandler here. He just gets caught right underneath that screen by Reitzel, and that's way too much. Kentucky just getting out fought. That was fight.
And remember Chris's report earlier, what Mark Pope wanted for his New Year's resolution was more grit from his team. Allen looking pretty good, looking like himself. Scoops it up with the left. Williamson, another offensive rebound. More than capable. The handoff, Williamson finds Millett. Houston Millett, the grad student, 3 big years at Pepperdine, almost 1,300 points there. And what a great piece off the bench he is for Alabama.
Well, Alabama had burned Kentucky off those fade screens, but Millett was the fade screener and then came off a handoff for that three. Really well executed.
Aberdeen with a nice shot fake, step in and a chance for 3.
But watch Millett setting the screen, and then he gets a, boy, that was a good screen, and if you're not up to touch, there's a flyby, and then Houston Millett had to turn around. By the time he turned around,
Williamson takes a bump, left it short with the left. Malachi Marino the rebound, Kentucky running. Aberdeen in the corner. Owe with a rebound and a putback. Shot clock turned off, 8 seconds remain. Holloway hoist and hits. Holloway with his third 3.5. The drive by Owe. Again, a lot of dribbling by this Kentucky team. Owe made something out of a broken play there, but they had to work hard for that too. And offense just flows better when he's out there.
You know, it's just 12 points right now, and Lowe's got to be able to play significant minutes in this second half.
Nice drive by Philon to get the lead back to 14.
Well, Philon's got a lot of game.
Lowe setting a screen to free up Chandler. The open man is Owe, and he'll hit a three and to get it down to 11.
And Owe wide open because Allen had to help out on that drive and then close out from a distance. And Owe's got a little hitch in that shot, so it takes him a little bit longer to load it up. But still, Allen couldn't get there.
He's a 32% three-point shooter on the season. He's got a game-high 18 points today. Chandler stays in front of Philon. And the wing three will go for Amari Allen.
Allen, there was no dip in that shot.
Inside of Marino. Got a size advantage on Allen, and he pays it off.
Well, he just kind of sell out trying to get that steal.
10-point lead for Alabama. Conference opener for Kentucky and for Alabama as Holloway hits another three. Millett spinning. Draws a couple. Open man is Williamson. The reverse will go.
Chandler's on him. Just a really good shot fake. Not the best closeout by Jaden Quaintons, and there's nobody there coming over weak side.
Allen driving on Lowe. Quaintons comes over to shut that off. But then he went back to his defender. Allen follows up his miss and had it blocked. A touch for Quaintons. Diabate playing through the boos here at Coleman. The force won't go. But he gets it back. And hits the second time.
Well, that's the difficulty for Alabama. They can be vulnerable at times on the defensive glass to give up offensive rebound baskets. That's where Arizona took advantage of it.
Boy, just way too much space for Amari Allen. Another assist for Holloway.
Boy, Mo Diabate got hung up on another fade screen. I mean, they've given up at least 5 threes on that fade screen action up top.
Now 13 for 27 from three-point range. Allen forces a turnover. Holloway. Again. What an afternoon for Aiden Holloway.
They've been spectacular when they've been open.
3 on Garrison. Holloway came in at 44% of the season from threes. 5 for 7 today. Phylon sneaks inside for a 2. Lowe open and hits the 3. Jalen Lowe now with 15.
Well, he makes a big difference when he's in the game. One, he gets the ball up court very quickly. There's just a different pace when he's on the floor.
And make it a long 2, so he's got 14. Holloway, great find. Williamson, great patience. He had Jemison for a moment. Now finds Millette.
Good pass.
Williamson, lefty up and in. Spinning around Jasper Johnson, who was giving up a ton of size.
Well, you got a 7-footer that's driving closeouts and pivoting with a spin move to the basket. That's big time.
Obviously, they hope Sherrill is okay, but they may have found something today in Williamson. Phylon with the pick and the lay-in.
Outfighting Kentucky in this game. Leading scorer, LeBaron Phylon, 23 a game.
Team of the nation of the non-conference, but still starting conference play is a different animal entirely. And they are meeting the challenge here this afternoon.
Just great hands by Alabama, knocking it away from Quaintance and turning defense into offense. They're dominating this game. Those are fouls out top by Williamson. 2 in a row haven't been called.
Oweh can't get into the paint. Cam Williams back in there for Kentucky. Maybe he can give him some three-point shooting as Lowe drives and lays it in. Williamson going to the bench and getting a huge ovation. Bristow back in. The crowd loving the active minutes by Williamson today. Oweh with another drive. He's got 22.
Well, he was able to just rip and run, grabbing that rebound and taking it the other way, and nobody could stop him to get in front.
Reitzel with Quaintance on him. 10 to shoot. Phylon.
Got the switch.
Reitzel for 3. And Chandler the rebound. Quaintance inside with a mismatch. Will go to the line with a chance for 3. Listing down the stretch. Going into the big guy. They've got it down to 13 with 7:10 to go.
Guys, to be aggressive, going after the basketball, going up on the boards, and Lowe very positive with his teammates in that timeout, saying we need 3 stops, 3 buckets, and we're back in this.
In his shooting percentages, both overall and from 3.
Under 6 to go. Lowe, and for the first time in a long time, keeps the dribble alive, gets inside, and the lefty lays it in with the right to get it down to 9.
Uses the ball screen, then comes back the other way, and Jaden Quaintance was able to get the way at Williamson where he couldn't put any pressure at the rim on that shot.
Lowe has missed 7 games this year and parts of a couple others with that right shoulder injury.
It was a big possession for Alabama, Dan.
Phylon behind the back. Up and in. Oweh slip, and Phylon lays it in.
Boy, how about the look away to get Jaden Quaintance to go back to Williamson so LeBaron Phylon could lay it in. That was a big-time play by Phylon.
Phylon's got 15, 13 of them in the second half, and Millette and Alabama have the basketball.
Looks like it just got caught up against the body of Williamson.
Boy, a big sequence the last 30, 40 seconds, those 2 trips. Phylon baseline, blocked. Allen comes up with it. Out of bounds, and it will remain Alabama ball. Exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by K, the official partner of couples who love the game. Really the only true point guard they have on the roster.
Agreed.
Deep one for Holloway. I mean, deep one for Aiden Holloway, but he didn't feel that way.
That's right by Montgomery.
I mean, heels on the logo. Wrap in the corner on Holloway, gets out of it, finds Phylon. Ahead to Allen, and again, they don't have to rush. They don't have to force, but an easy bounce pass for an easy 2. As they could walk out the final few seconds, 15 made threes, and winning the hustle plays all afternoon long. Nate Oates and company.